Let's look at some of the talking points from the weekend's football in the company. Former Watford striker on fine form last night, I felt, giving Tottenham a kicking on match of the day.
I heard it was good.
I was with him all the way.
Oh, dear.
Troy Deeney, are you, Troy?
How are you, gents? How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
They're going to replace Arsenal as the kind of soft-touch team that you turn to. I suppose they always have been, Tottenham, haven't they? Dear me.
No, I just call it as I see. You know that, gents. No hard feelings.
No, I couldn't argue with anything you said last night. Certainly.
But it's interesting. I mean, Tottenham have won 5, lost 5, but Chelsea have drawn 4. That's why it's all so close.
Yeah, we never draw. It's all or nothing. That's what we are. That's what we are, mate. Anyway, let's turn to a sort of overriding subject from the weekend. Yeah, Ruben Amorim's flying into Manchester today. Can start work Wednesday, and one of the calls he'll have to make is whether to keep a link to the past in Ruud van Nistelrooy. If you were going in as United manager, Troy, would you give him a job or would you want to have a clean break?
No, I think the way that Ineos have set up now with removing Sir Alex off the payroll and things of that nature, I think they're trying to break away and have a new version of Man United. I think when you look at the likes of Arsenal, that's where they struggled, in Liverpool for so long. They were trying to recreate things that have gone past. And I just think, Ruud van Nistelrooy's stock has risen from going in there. He doesn't really seem to be attached to anything with Erik ten Hag, especially when they were arguing on the bench. So he'll be okay. He'll be fine. I think it's just a case now, new manager, new system. And all the noises you hear about coming out of Man United is always that the players are in control and they like this manager, so we should keep him. It's like, no. You're here to work. You're at Man United, deliver, and then it'll be nice and easy afterwards. But at the moment, it's been too easy for too long.
From an ego point of view, I thought was interesting, Van Nistelrooy. He's kind of been saying, yeah, I'd like to stay, and it looks as if he's not going to get that opportunity, which I think is quite refreshing. This is the guy saying, look, I'd like to stick around. He's not going to get, probably not going to get that chance. He could have managed it differently from his ego point of view, but he didn't.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also from a PR standpoint, he's not going to lose any face, is he, by telling all the Man United fans he'd love to be here. And if this doesn't work out further down the line, guess whose name's going to be mentioned to be coming back in? He saw how it's worked out with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So he's smart. He's played it really well. None of the games that they won, you would expect him to lose. So,
this is the whole point. He had 4 home games, 3 of which were against weak opposition. And they had 1 hard game, and they didn't win that. So, I'm not sure he did. He did okay, but it wasn't that brilliant.
Well, I mean, they were losing games before, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think, you don't know what Ten Hag would have done. But you'd have fancied them to beat Leicester twice.
The supercomputer, the Opta supercomputer has upped the percentage of Liverpool winning the title. And we were talking about the lack of consistency in the Premier League, and a lot of it is to do with injuries and key injuries. And I know a Liverpool fan has come on and said, we've had Jota injured, we've had our goalkeeper out. But the bottom line is, they can lose Jota and they have sufficient depth in their squad to cope without him. They're proving it. They can lose their goalkeeper, and in Kelleher, they have a great goalkeeper who can step up. I don't think there's that many teams in the Premier League that have that squad depth that can, and it has kind of made a big difference so far this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, you do say that. Chelsea have 6 other goalies they can choose from. You left that part out.
Yeah.
So
but none of them. None of them are good enough. So there's no point in saying that, is it?
And he wants to try and sign Kelleher in January.
I mean, he'd walk into the Chelsea team.
Yeah,
they've got Mamardashvili coming in the summer. He might want to move, and Liverpool may just want to cash in.
Yeah, I just think when you talk to Liverpool, like even Jota being out, would Jota start for any of the other teams? Probably not. They've gone and got a team that's ready and able. I think this is where I was a bit frustrated with Arsenal in the summer. You can see that their starting 11's very good, but after that, it looked like it got worse. So any injuries, you would be in a situation where you're struggling. I think he's talked more to Liverpool and Arne Slot and probably Klopp, that he was able to manage such a big squad and able to get hold of it. I think Maresca's doing the same at Chelsea now. He's openly said he wants 2 players in every position, and he's trying to manage that squad to be ready to rotate and be available. But, it has been about consistency. It always is. The team that's most consistent will stay at the top of the league, and Liverpool have had players ready to step in, and the ego has been lower than a lot of teams, I would say.
The only 2 really are Van Dijk and Salah. I think if they were to lose them especially Van Dijk for a time, but even then they deserve to be where they are. You're right.
We're having Trent. Losing Trent is bad, but Conor Bradley's not a bad replacement, is he?
No, but I think for a short period of time, Bradley's not a bad replacement. But I think over the course of a season or for a few months, like when Man City have lost Rodri, right? You can't replace that. You've got good players that could come in for 2-3 games, but to have that quality over the course of the season is when you really see what it misses out on. I seem to agree with you. You lose Van Dijk, you lose Salah. That's a massive, massive hit. You can't replace those guys. And Arsenal have done that, and City have lost that this year. So, it seems to be going Liverpool's way at this moment in time. They just need to get everyone back from international break. And this is the moment, though, from now until Feb. This is the moment when you really kick on. This is where seasons are defined. And, we'll see what Liverpool have got.
Yeah, we want to also ask you about Garnacho because he scored a lovely goal and he didn't celebrate. And apparently the reason was that some bloke had a go at him before and he feels that he's lost to the crowd. I mean, this must have happened to you over the years. Fans must have come up to you and had a go. You can't really let it affect you, can you?
No, I said it last night match today and I'll repeat it, yeah. It goes twofold. One, it says to what players are like nowadays, where their skin is so thin that one gentleman can, say what he wants to say and everyone sulks. And secondly, if he's getting affected by like that, I would say to him, just like as an older pro, don't think this football game's for you, big man, because you play for the biggest club in world football. If you play poorly, you're going to get people to get on your case. If you play really well, you're still going to get people to get on your case. You play for Man United. It's called jealousy. And that's part of the game. So disappointed that he didn't celebrate. It's an unbelievable goal. But, this will be the making or breaking of him, because if he can't handle that from one gentleman who with an iPhone in his face, then I don't think this is the game for him, unfortunately.
I'm not suggesting he has done this, but it's never a good idea to go to war with a crowd, to fall out with a crowd, is it? I think as a player, because the fans are transient. The following week you'll score and they will love you again. You have to remember that.
Yeah.
But if you openly, I'm not suggesting he has, but if you openly get hostile with a crowd, it's a long way back.
Yeah, it is. And do you know what as well? I just think the modern player now, he only wants to be appreciated. They only want to be told how good they are. This isn't the game. The game is there's national radio shows and TV shows going 7 days a week talking about football, not because it's always good, because there's negative to talk about as well. So I think he needs to imagine if he was at Spurs now. Can you imagine how much he'd delete his Instagram and run away for a week, wouldn't he?
I think,
based on that.
I think he might. Last week, of course, he would have been flavour of the month. That is the topsy-turvy nature of Tottenham. Just now.
Exactly.
That's very true. Do you fancy Liverpool? If you were calling it now, if you're the Opta supercomputer, Troy, can you see them being caught? You look at players coming back. You look at Odegaard with Arsenal last night. They look a different team.
I thought they played well.
Can you see anybody?
I still, Liverpool? I thought Arsenal still played well. I still think Arsenal are going to have a mistake. I've said it from the start of the season, and then Arsenal fans has always let me know that apparently I don't like them, but I still think they need a main goal scorer. I know Havertz has done okay, but to catch up with Liverpool and to catch up with City, you've got to outscore Salah, you've got to outscore Haaland, and I don't think Arsenal have that player just yet. The only team I can see catching Liverpool will be City, because they're the only team I can see putting 10 wins together and going on an unbeaten run, where I think the others will drop points. Where Liverpool have already dropped points to Nottingham Forest, and Arsenal have dropped points to Bournemouth. I don't know, everyone will go Man City have as well, but they've got a track record of really kicking it on when it needs to. Kevin De Bruyne is going to be back fit and available. That's a massive plus for them. Should have a few more back from the injured list after international. And they've all got to play City. That's the difference. You've all got to play City again, and you've got to beat them. So I can see Liverpool doing well, but I still think it's going to be City at the end.
Troy, good to talk to you. We'll catch up with you soon.
Cheers, guys. I'm going to go back and play golf now. Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy the golf. And if anybody's nasty to you, don't listen to him. See you later.
Yeah, good stuff.
See you, lads. Ta-da.
Troy Deeney there. Our thanks to him, the former Watford striker.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.